What is up, guys? Welcome back. Nature Boy 3000, Nature's Underground. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And welcome to today's video. So for today, this is a pretty relatable topic to a lot of you. Maybe some of you don't relate to it at all, but I feel like this needs to be said. So, we live in a world where nice guys are everywhere. And when I say nice guys, I just mean guys that don't really own being a man, right? They don't stand in their own shoes being a man. They don't do and act as a man would, right, in today's world, or being their own man. They don't own themselves, right? They let other people dictate and say what they should be or do, what they should think, and why you shouldn't do that. Especially when it pertains to women attraction, right? Getting women in your life. You're going to learn very quickly, being a nice guy, that yes, they always do finish last. There's a reason for that. And it's because they're not the leaders of today. They don't dictate what happens. They don't call the shots. They don't, assert themselves. They find a very hard reality for themselves, which is why you should never be the nice guy. Don't be that typical guy that gets pushed around, right? So, and if you have been that guy, you know very well what I'm talking about, right? Because at some point, a lot of men, myself included, I used to put women on a pedestal, right? I used to put people on a pedestal. I used to just think so highly of one person. Once I found a woman to be my type, my energy, everything I loved, I would put her here, right? And just be like, man, I'm almost infatuated, right, with this person, right? I was always ready to be so infatuated. And this never helped me in terms of my dating options. It never helped me in terms of my abundance mentality. If anything, it just sunk me further and further into a mentality of being scarce, right? Scarcity, and that's not what you want. So I found that what she loves instead, right, what women tend to love instead, and what retention is going to help you accomplish, is just the mere fact that you're going to stop placing so much value on attaining women. Because before, when you were younger, all you could probably think about was getting a girlfriend. Like, how do I get a girlfriend? I never had one, right? How do I lose my virginity? I still haven't lost it. How do I do this? I haven't done that, right? So it's just taking up all this bandwidth in your head. But as you retain and you start to get a little older, you start to realize these things aren't as valuable as society has deemed them to be, right? Because society, it makes it out to be this movie moment where it's like your life is a failure if you haven't found someone by a certain age. Your life is a failure if you haven't, lost your V card by a certain age, or you haven't done this by a certain age. It's ridiculous. That's complete nonsense. That's not how life works, right? Life success is not dictated by your relationships, in my opinion, or like your lack of them, right? You can get so much done without having a significant other or a partner. Like, you don't need to have someone in your life to feel super happy and super blessed and amazing. You just don't, right? So you're going to notice that when you start to retain, the weight on your shoulders of needing someone is going to be lifted, because you're going to start to realize, holy crap, I'm actually so happy in my own presence. I'm actually so grateful just sitting here making videos with you, just speaking in front of a camera, just being with your dog, just like whatever, right? It's like you start to realize the beauty of being alone, right? So that's one way retention is going to help you alleviate your infatuation with the opposite sex and needing some source of validation coming from them to help you feel like you have a sense of self-worth, because that's what it's stemming from, is your lack of self-worth from yourself. You're trying to look for it in other places and you're not getting it, which is why you feel sad, which is why you feel left out, that you haven't had those experiences and you haven't had a girlfriend, you haven't had a boyfriend, whatever, right? Instead of, let me try to get that relationship, let me try to get that girl, you're gonna start to say, and you're not gonna start to say, but you're gonna start to put value in what you can build, right? The potential of the success that you can have. The same type of desire that you have for a woman, the same type of desire, translate that desire onto creating financial freedom, creating an amazing job for yourself, being an entrepreneur. Have some goals and desire them with the same amount of just vigor that you would trying to get a beautiful girl, right? Because a lot of us fantasize about women. You should be fantasizing about getting to the bag. You should be fantasizing about getting more money, getting more success, because the women will come, bro, right? The right people will come. They always do, trust me. That's how life works. But you've got to align yourself and get started, right? You've got to have substance. You've got to have value in the man first. But when you're a nice guy just wondering, how do I get a girlfriend? How do I get stuff? It's like, no, dude, it doesn't work like that. You've got to start from the ground up, build everything and attract it to you. Have lustful thoughts for success, bro. Don't lust after women, lust after success, right? Flip that paradigm. I'm not lusting after you. I'm lusting after the bag, right? That's what you have to think. That's how you have to see this game. Because the second you start to do that, then they start to lust after you, bro. Then they're like, yo, he's getting it. Because let me tell you one secret. Women do not like and they do not respect a man who is thirsty, right? Ask any woman this. They do not like men who are thirsty, and they do not respect them, right? Because a man who's thirsty, a man who is just drooling after women, all he wants is women, all he thinks about is women, all he fantasizes about is women, it reeks of desperation. It reeks of no grounding. It reeks of lower level desires. That is a man that you cannot trust, right? Because he will sell his soul for lower level pleasures. He will sell his dreams for a woman. How could you trust that man? How could you leave him with any responsible task to do, right? It's just not going to work. You just can't trust him, right? Because we both know instinctually, and women more than anyone, that a man who cannot control his sexual desires is a man who inevitably cannot be trusted. Ever more so than when it comes to dating. Why would a woman want to date you when you fall for every woman? The man who falls so easily for every girl is not attractive. The man who spreads his love to every woman, right? His lust for every woman is not attractive, right? Because he's just trying to get something. He's just trying to land one, right? And that's not an attractive place to be. That's a place of desperation. You don't want that. Retention is going to help you stop looking desperate. You're going to be the furthest thing from desperation when you retain, because you're going to start to act of nobility. You're going to start to act like a king, or if you're a woman, you're going to start to act like a queen, right? Because you're going to be the chooser. You're going to stop having this begging vibe about you, begging me, begging you, begging life for more, begging whoever, right? On your knees. Can I have some? Can I have some of this? I need that. No, bro. You're here to just be. You are abundance. You don't ask. You don't need anything. You're fulfilled because you're on retention. Because you have self-worth, value radiating from yourself, spilling over. Right? That's what it is. Like, you don't need anything from anybody. You can, like, I don't need what you're giving me. You can keep it because I'm good. Right? And all of a sudden, instead of you wanting validation and energy from other people, the second you start to go on retention, other people are going to want your energy and your validation, right? That's the game changer. Because it used to be the other way around, right? As a nice guy, as someone who's just always chasing everything, you wanted all the validation, you wanted things, you wanted people to give you stuff. But now all of a sudden, you don't care about those things because you're focused on the bag, you're focused on your dreams, you're focused on your mission. So all of a sudden, those people you were chasing become the chaser. They start chasing you, right? Everything you ever desired starts chasing you. That's when you know you're starting to do something right. The things you used to chase when you were younger, the things you always wanted when you were younger, and you didn't know how to get, you said, you know what? I'm tired of chasing, right? You got to get to that point. I'm tired of chasing. Why would I chase? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to chase my dreams. And the second you stop chasing those petty things, you start chasing your dreams, everything's gonna start running towards you. Everything's gonna be going to you. You're gonna start checking things off your list that, man, I remember when I wanted those things so bad, and now guess what? You don't even care about it. So on that note, I really hope this reached you at the right time. Hope you got the gems out of it. I can't wait to see you on the next video. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. As usual, much love. Peace out.